What's up, guys? So recently I made Wordle in C++, and I'm going to show you it. So let's have our flag. We got Wordle. Let's upload Wordle. I spell it good. Okay. So this is Wordle. This is what I did. So let's guess. So you can check if I do something like I don't know, like something like a mohawk. See, it says it must be 5-letter characters. I can't do something like that. It'll be valid. It does not. It also has so if I do something like close, see, if it's not in like the word bank, which is a text file I made, it doesn't like validate that as well. So let's put a word that is in there. I know there's one word called ego. I came into something like ego, and it's still valid because it like turns everything lowercase. And you can see guest even shows up. It only guest will only like pop up if the word matches. But we see we have two yellow E's, and they're both yellow. So you got something like Vito. Seed. Fuck. Grass. Okay, so you can see one S is colored yellow, the other isn't. I mean, there's only one S in the word. And yellow. So in Wordle, you should know what word. I think you know, but if you don't know, in Wordle, if it's yellow, that means the word is there, but you put it in the wrong spot. If it's red, that means it is not there. So, C. What the fuck are the bones? Okay, E is there. So S. So that means songs. Okay, S beginning. C. There's another E. Siren. Sing. Sing. I'm gonna lose my own fucking Wordle because I can't get this. So I'm not gonna cheat. So words. It's sweet. Okay, let's try again. Sweet. Ego. Bread. I fucking got dream. I might cheat. Plague. Ego again. No, I already tried that. Grass. Floor. Okay, one more time. Floor. Ego. Okay, we got EAR. Reads. Sleep. Noble. Fuck. B is there. We got EA. We got R. Raid. Battle. Raid. Raids. I'm gonna cheat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna cheat. Words. It has an R. Grab R. Power. That's a good one. But it has a B. Zebra. Zebra? Oh, fuck. Is it bread? Oh my god, I'm gonna lose even when I'm cheating. Okay, bread. Okay, I got it. Okay, but yeah, you can. Oh my fucking god. Oh fuck. Okay, but yeah, you can see. That's how Wordle works. That's how my Wordle works. We can check. Oh my fucking. We can check the code now. So I'm gonna open up Emacs. Let me extend a little bit so you can see it better. And this is how it works. Oh my god, I can't believe. Okay. So I got a bunch of includes here, and so I made a few strings. Holy shit. I don't know why Emacs Wayland does that. And yeah, I switched to Wayland Emacs because I want to like extend my window. It was really annoying that I couldn't do that in the X11 one. Anyway, or in the default package. So I made a string view of these strings. These are basically ANSI scapegoats, and I have them right here conveniently because this is definitely not the second video I make of this, because I ran issues with the first one. So I made a 24-bit. You can also ignore this, by the way. I like went to this. I went to. I need to calm down. I need to chill. Sorry, I had coffee. I went to YouTube, and I saw my recommended a few videos, and I was like, oh man, that's so interesting. I want to check them out later. Unrelated, by the way. You can ignore it. So we got 24-bit, which is just this NC escape code. And you can see it here. This is for foreground color. I don't want to change the background, so obviously I'm going to choose this one. And you can see matches. We got the RGB for each of these keys. This also helped me as well. This one, like, I don't know what it was. I couldn't find like some of these, so I just like went to another one, and then the GitHub link helped. And so I got these, which you can see them even used here. The name should explain them to you. Clear screen, this clears the screen, this puts at the top left. Then we got a file to vector. I'm not good with names, by the way, so sorry about that. We have a vector here that takes it. It's a dynamic array that stores in all the strings are located inside the file. So you can see them. You can see how it works. Just stores them. It's between the English vector size and 0. So yeah. We got that. So now we have 3 strings. We have the user guess, which is the string that's going to store in the guess that the user makes. Then we have the word, which is going to take a random word from the English vector. And then we have guessed. If you don't know, in C++, a vector is a dynamic array. So we have guess. So we allocate guess with the size of the word, and we set all those characters to the dash. Then this is just this all this self-explanatory. This is set with, so it gets like a nice little looking little show. If you don't know what this is, you can like look up almanip. We take a user input, and if the size of the characters do not match the word size, then it's invalid, which is how we got the little check. I also use the STO library, transform all the what that user guessed, like whatever they guessed, into lowercase. And after that, so there's a lot of checks here. I have like a valid flag. First is set to false, and it's only true if user guess matches a word in the English vector. So if it matches a word, okay, it's true, we can proceed. If it doesn't, it'll like complain like it's not in the bank, and you can like resume the while loop. One character matches the word character, then I put it in guessed, and if it doesn't, I set a dash, which is how we got the little nice little side look there. So then I make an unordered map in order to detect the frequency, and basically we pass the value as so the character is the value, and each time it detects that character in word, we increment the key. That's how we can detect how many frequencies, how many of the character there is in that word. And then I make a vector, so dynamic array of colors, and it'll be the size of word size. And we set them all to like an empty string. And whenever a user guess character aligns with like whatever word character exists in that index, then we make the index have a green color, and then we like lower the frequency because they matched. We do the same thing here. If the index is not empty, then that means we already have a green. So because this applied, if it is empty, let's guess maybe it's wrong. No, it is wrong, but it's in the wrong. It might be on the wrong order, or it might be just not a valid character in the word. That's what this does. If the frequency key value is greater than 0, that means there are duplicates. So it makes the color orange. It makes the color index contain the color orange, and then we like reduce the frequency key value. And if it doesn't even exist there, then we make the color have the color red. And then we print everything here. So if the color index is like green, it'll apply the string, which then the ANSI code will be in effect, and then the user guess character will take that ANSI code color, and then we clear the attribute. That's what this does. ANSI clear. I'm sorry, I didn't speak about that before. ANSI clear attribute just it resets the attributes of the terminal to normal, so we get like our default colors back. By the way, this is not the prettiest thing. This was just hacked together. It was my first attempt making like a Wordle. I thought it was gonna be more difficult, not gonna lie, but it turns out to be not that hard. Maybe that means I got better as a programmer, or maybe it was just easy. And then yeah, that's Wordle. So I got like before this, I actually made like something else. I can show you it. Circle, yeah. So I made this infinite loop. No, so I made this first, which was like a bunch of bouncing circles in the terminal. Just make it be an infinite loop, and then from this I made Wordle, and that's how I got like the idea for colors. From here, which I got like the idea from like something else I made like a long time ago. And yeah, that's how I made Wordle. If you're interested in what this comment is, I didn't explain it. I like my mind went blank there. It's basically just like a little manual of me telling myself what I need to do. So this is what I wrote in the beginning, like what I want this to be. That way I get like a clear vision, a clear idea on how I want this project to be. Because this is gonna be now personal. Like if you just want to know about Wordle, you can leave if you want. But for me, I struggle a little bit when it comes to like planning like a bunch of shit in my head, so I write them down. Like I don't know how the fuck people can count with their fingers. I can't do that shit. For me, I have to like write it down in a piece of paper and then like count from there, or like think about it in my head. When there's like so much shit happening, like I gotta like process it one by one. So I wrote it down, and it helps me plan things out better. That's just a me thing. So that's why I did that. Anyway, yeah, that's Wordle. I have fun making this. I'm surprised I made this. I thought it was gonna be harder, but I'm very proud. You can copy the code if you want. Learn it for yourself. I hope you learned something. I hope it helps you out. This was very neat. I learned about on-order maps. I didn't know about on-order maps that well before. I barely used them. I used them like once, I think, and then I like dropped them out. Maybe it was like to follow like a channel video, because I really want to know on-order maps, because they're very vital to like a lot of things in C++. Like if you were gonna work for a company, on-order map is useful. It's like the biggest thing I see. Biggest thing I see when it comes to like company code testing. I'm not a software engineer, by the way. I don't work in the industry. I'm not a professional. Right now, this is a hobby. I hope one day I can work as a developer, as a software engineer. Maybe one day, right? I can still dream. I'm not 50, but yeah, hopefully one day I can get there. Yeah, that's Wordle. I'm gonna play some Hollow Knight. Silkstorm's coming out, and then after Hollow Knight, man, this is gonna be a busy September. I might like do something else, like code something else. Yeah, I saw like a comment before where a guy wanted me to do like a top-down shooter, and it seems like an interesting project. I might do it with some SFML. I might do like a CMake thing. But yeah, that's it. Sorry to make this long. Peace.